Both GoPro 8s are finally completely kaput. I grabbed my GoPro 7 with the busted lens and it actually fired up. So I guess until I get new GoPro, you're gonna have a fuzzy line in the view. I think I'm going to start prepping this thing for paint. Alright, well, she's all taped up, cleaned up, ready to shoot. Chevy Orange, here we come. Alright, well, 5 coats later, it is somewhat covered. I am not impressed with this paint. The second time I've used this paint on an engine. First time I thought, well, maybe I just didn't mix it right. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna pick up a couple cans of bomb can Chevy Orange and go over it because I can still see through it. This stuff is so thin. I mean, the color is not there. Don't like it. Oh well, it is what it is. How to get the bed mounted. I'll explain what I'm doing here. The bed bolts right through here. The wood and everything's on top. The bumper bolts here. The bumper bracket comes down and underneath. So what I did was I cut the end of this frame to match this taper. Clamped it where it needed to be on here. I double checked, made sure the bed is completely square. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to weld that to this frame. Could have ground the paint off there first. It's alright. I'll spark it. Okay. Gotta move my ground so I can get up in here. Alright. Phew. Now that that's mounted, I'm gonna come back. I want to come from this in about like this. I'm going to bend the channel up. That'll come in like this. This also has tapered down to this just so it looks better. bottom is flush, so all I need to do is fill this corner in, weld it all up, and the bed is mounted front and rear. Got some weight to it. Alright, I guess it's time for me to get the guts out of this one. I kind of held off on the wheel and tire thing until I make some more money on it. I can do some stuff that I already have, so. Alright, I'm gonna pull the trailing arms off, get them out of the way. Well, that's still attached. Alright, be right back. Well, all right, now to get them out of the way, and I see something I don't like. There's water coming out of the pinion seal. Great. Well, let's see how bad the inside is. I'll tell you what, this has been a week, I'll tell you. Seems like everything I've done this week has taken twice as long and twice as expensive. I'll show you the engine after a while. That one's had me pretty upset. Spend that kind of money to have the motor put together. You expect it to be right. Oh man, not happy about that one. But that's all part of hot rod. I'll get it right. Do it myself and forget paying for it. mechanic, really. I'm not a mechanic, but what he did, a 5-year-old could have told that it was wrong. Come on. Whew, they glued that one on there. Glued it good. We wanted to seal that water in. Ugh. Alright. Alright. That didn't take long. And one right behind me. Yeah, I am not a mechanic, but I can do some things. I just prefer not to. Boy, they really had this thing on there. They must have glued both sides of that gasket. If they even used the gasket. Some of you that are following me on Facebook already know the issue with the engine. Alright, now the scary part. Get the cover off there and see how bad the inside is. Ew! Yeah. Oh, brother. Well, they don't look pitted. It's gnarly, but it ain't pitted. Alright, well, grab a rag. I'm not sure what that gear is. Let's see, I'm trying to remember how to calculate that. 1141. That would be 410s, I believe. 410 gear. I think. If it is, that's a good gear. All I gotta do is put a mini spool in it and be done. I haven't done a whole lot of video this week. I'm down to one GoPro, and it's a GoPro 7 that got broke over a year ago. That's why you're seeing the the line in the view. Just, I don't know. This is an expensive hobby, the YouTube stuff, that's for sure. Come on, man. All right, there's that. Ew. Nasty. Going out there. Alright, yeah. Just fall down in. I don't care. Well, he hasn't messaged me back, so I'm just gonna figure it out. Well, would you look at that? Awesome. Okay. Now, man, this is the reason I don't like mechanicing. Ew. It's got fresh grease on the shaft. All right. Now I gotta get the other side done. And the drum don't want to pop off. Let's see. I'm gonna grab me a better hammer. Hey. There we go. Brand new pads. Alright. Get this side out. Alright, the foot fell out. Alright, now I'm going to pull the carrier. Okay. Good morning, guys. Saturday morning. I did not work on my engine last night. Had so much going on, I just didn't mess with it. So, here we are. I'm not so sure I like this rear end. I had no idea this thing had water in it. It sucks. I'm gonna see if I can't clean everything up. Man, she is crusty. I got that narrowed rear end thinking, well, I got all the parts to put it together except for the locker. Well, I didn't know this, that's for sure. Oh. Yeah, that ain't good either. That one's broke. Blown budget just keeps getting deeper and deeper. That one's, can't tell if that's a crack or not, but they gotta be replaced anyways. Well, crap. Guess that's on hold now too. Well, I guess since I can't do nothing more on that, I think I'll go back to working on the truck. Maybe finish up the rear frame horns. Alright, well, since I can't do the rear end, I think I'll prep the firewall. Mounted that 2007 heat and air in there when I was going to do that LS. Cut the firewall to fit just the way it was in the 07. It worked out real nice, but man, is it big inside. It's had to cut my dash to get it up in there. So now I got to put that back. I'm not going to run a heater. Probably not even going to run wipers. Keep this thing simple. But, alright, I'll get that heater out of there. And, I don't know, I might plug some holes in the firewall. Did I put this in here? that. Cleaned that up a bunch. So if I move that engine back, I've got to come clear back here and move it straight back. These trucks are really tight in here. I'm not all that tall, I'm 5'10", but my legs are longer than that, so let's see. I think my best bet's going to be to leave the firewall alone. And it'll be a lot quicker to get it done. I'm not going to drag race this thing. It's going to be a fun toy. So yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it alone. I'll just plug all them holes again and clean it up, make it look right again. Anybody want a slightly used mud dauber nest? Alright, well, looking at it, if I go plugging all these holes, it's going to be more work. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this panel out and replace the whole panel. It's beat up anyways. I don't remember what happened there, but I'm just going to cut this out. Where's it? There it goes. We're going to cut that out, something like that, right there. Well, it would help if I had my marker out. Cut that out like so. One step forward, 5 steps back. Seems to be a routine lately. But it is what it is, and it'll get done. firewall repaired back to where I had it before without the heater box and all the extra holes. Filled all them holes in. I'm leaving this hole because normally the main wiring harness comes through in this area, and I do not want my fuse panel in that area. It's hard to get to. I am going to relocate the fuse panel, make it easier to get to, and I'm thinking that's a perfect place for all the wires to come through. I think that'll work out nice. The starter's right there. I can come up and over to the alternator. Honestly, I think that's the only wiring up there. And then drop down and run forward for the headlights. Simple. Enough procrastinating. I'm gonna go ahead and get this rear frame section done. I'm gonna come back 6 inches. All right, there's 6 inches. That's 3 inches. All right, that's about move that down just a hair. Alright, let's see how this works. I am going to try to get that angle so it looks decent. I gotta get my extension cord out. All right, let's get her cut. think that's enough for this week. I like it. I think that'll work out just fine. I've still got to weld up under here, but once I get the body fabbed up and finished, I'm gonna pull the body off of it. It'll make a lot more room, and I plan on rolling the frame upside down and working on it, finish up everything underneath of it, make it easier on me, and hey, making headway a little at a time. I know I didn't get a whole lot done this week, but that's part of street rods. All right, well, I'm out of here for the day. All right, guys, well, I can't close this video out without letting you in on what's going on with my engine. I just put that in there to keep the intake from sliding off. I will show you here. Get this pulled off here. All right. Now, before I say anything, back 30 years ago, I was introduced to hot rod motors, and this guy that put this engine together for me is the one that did all the machine work on my very first small block. Never had an issue. Well, that being said, I took this engine to him knowing it was going to be right. Alright, I did everything that they told me to do. Everything that they told me to purchase, I purchased. These bridges between the lifters are supposed to be on the outside. That's frustrating. But when I picked this up, he told me this engine is ready to put the intake distributor ready to go. Ready to finish the rest of the details and ready to fire up. Well, the other night I'm frustrated looking at that, and I did this right here. I leaned up against it, and I heard that noise right there. He said the rockers were all adjusted. Really? If they're adjusted, they're not going to do that. So, flustered. Gonna have to pull the rockers, pull the push rods, pull the lifters, turn them around, put them in the correct way, and put them back on. Well, the reason I had him do that is because I hate adjusting rockers. Well, I can do it. Ain't no problem. I just hate doing it. Well, everybody keeps telling me, get rid of these heads. Get rid of these heads. They're truck peanut ports. Well, yeah, I know they're not going to flow as good as the others, but, well, I found another set of heads, and they are the good heads. Big oval ports. They're ready to bolt on and go. So I think I'm just going to pop these heads off here and put those on. Since I got to tear into it, I might as well do it now. I won't have to do it once it's in the truck. Everybody's saying I'm going to lose 100 horsepower with having these heads on here. So, okay, I'm going to do it. I'll put the bigger heads on there, and I will either put these on the shelf or sell them. They're basically brand new. The heads have been milled down. I don't remember the thickness, but he made sure they both matched. They were both true, flat, and all new valve seals, valve stems, all that stuff. He went through all of them. Basically, brand new set of heads. So I'll either wrap them up and put them on the shelf, or I'll turn around and sell them. So today I'm not going to mess with it. I'm waiting to get the other heads before I go tearing into it. Today I am going to pull the oil pan off of this, since, you know, dummy me dropped the engine. Chain come loose. So now I gotta pull the pan. I got another pan for it, but I gotta inspect the crank. Everybody told me a jar like that would crack the crank, so now I gotta inspect that before I put the new pan and everything on. So that's my project for this evening. I want to thank all of my subscribers for following along on my projects. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you would, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. I know the videos have been shallow this week, having GoPro issues. They should be back up to normal before long, but I am planning on once a week on the videos.